Hi guys, welcome to video number 2. In this video, I'm going to very quickly remind you of how to multiply out polynomials. My preferred method is the box method. It's really important that you get familiar with the box method because it's going to be used often for many different things throughout this chapter. The box method is great because it's versatile and can be used for any sized problem. For instance, in this problem, I have a monomial, one term, times a trinomial, three terms. Monomial, trinomial. Now, normally you would just distribute this totally fine. Go ahead and distribute on your homework. But I want to point out you can also use the box method. If you're going to use the box method for multiplying out this problem, you're going to draw a 1 by 3 box. 1 for the monomial, 3 for the trinomial. When you're using the box method to multiply out a problem, you're going to take the original problem and you're going to write it along the outside of the box. So my monomial goes along the side that only has 1, and then my trinomial gets split up across the side that has 3. And then you fill this in like a multiplication table. So I'm going to multiply my 5x times my 3x to the third. Don't forget when you're multiplying variables, you're going to add their exponents. So this is 1 plus 3 makes an x to the fourth because it's multiplication. Next, I'm going to do 5x times negative x squared. That's like 5 times negative 1. And then for the x's, it's a 1 plus a 2. So negative 5x to the third. And then finally, 5x times 8, which gives me a 40x. Once you've filled in the entire inside of the box, then you pull everything out using addition. So to fill in the box, you multiply, but when you're taking it out of the box, you add or subtract if it's a negative. This is my final answer. So again, you can do distributing, but you can also use the box method for anything. So this was a 1 by 3 box. Let's take a look at the more common box method, which is a 2 by 2. So this time we have a binomial times another binomial. So I'll be drawing a 2 by 2 box. As long as you are not mixing and matching within the parentheses, it doesn't matter which side you write each along. So I put the first one along the left side, personal choice, and I put the second one across the top. And then we multiply in. So 2a times 3a is 6a squared. 2a times 4, just going to go down here, that's 8a. Next, I like to go to my second row, and I'm going to do the negative 5 times 3a, which is negative 15a. And then I'm going to finish it off with negative 5 times 4, which is negative 20. Now, the best part about the box method is that you're always going to find your like terms to combine together on the diagonal. Okay, so along this diagonal, I see that I have an A and another A. Don't forget, when you're pulling it out of the box, you're doing adding. So I'm going to add together the negative 15 and the 8. I also like the box method because it's nicely organized and it's always going to get you standard form straight away. So you just got to kind of like zigzag your way through. So we're going to start with the 6a squared. I'm going to combine together the negative 15 and the 8, which makes a negative 7. And then we're going to finish off with the negative 20. And this is my final answer. Now, again, the box method can be used for any sized problem as long as it's a multiplication problem. So let's try this one last. In this problem, I have a 2 by 3 box. I have a binomial and a trinomial. Now you do need to make sure, since it's different sizes, that you put the binomial along the 2 sides and then the trinomial along the 3 sides. And then we multiply in. I like to multiply across the top first and then across the bottom. So 3x times x squared is 3x to the third. 3x times 2x is 6x squared. 3x times negative 6 is negative 18x. Then jumping down to the bottom, I'm just multiplying everything up here by 1, so it's all going to stay the same. Finally, I have my like terms. And again, my like terms are always along that diagonal. So it's super duper helpful that they're always lined up nicely. And again, we're just going to kind of zigzag our way through the box. So I'm going to start in the top left-hand corner with the 3x to the third. Then I combine together by adding 6x squared plus 1x squared. That makes 7x squares. Negative 18x plus 2x is negative 16x. And then I finish up with the negative 6. So again, just kind of zigzag your way through the box. So this is the box method. We're going to be using it, again, quite often throughout the chapter. So you want to make yourself familiar with it and try it out on these problems on tonight's homework. One last thing I need to tell you to help you with your homework tonight is that if you have more than two parentheses, so if you have like three parentheses, you want to pick two of them to multiply together first. And then you're going to take the answer from that and multiply it by the third one that you haven't used yet. So you can only multiply two parentheses at a time. So some of these you'll have to do multiple multiplication problems. This concludes all of today's videos.